Why is it, okay, you're giving me the Arabic. Why is it translated in English as slave then?
Where
the
slave? Exactly.
Look at the
that's the most comparable.
The Pickfell translation of this book into English.
Where does slave derive from? The word Slav.
Now you're
Why?
What is the principle of slavery?
Let me tell you something. Why? Because the civilized Romans and Greeks enslaved the Slavs.
Yeah, 2,000 years ago. I'm talking now.
Exactly. So what I'm trying to tell you, sir,
go ahead,
is words have a meaning and an origin.
Of course they do. That's why we're speaking now.
There we go. So what I'm trying to say is the English word slave has its own meaning and connotation, which doesn't fully equate to the Arabic word riq.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, you're kind of getting out of my question.
No, because I used the term riq and you said, what has that got to do with anything? Now, riq, in terms of slavery, are prisoners of war during times of war.
Including the Yazidis during the IS hell called your caliphate?
What caliphate? Sorry, did you say my caliphate?
Exactly, it was the Islamic caliphate.
Are you serious? So now, wait a minute, now you're calling it my caliphate?
Well, you're part of this religion.
Okay, sir. Sir, are you Caucasian?
I think you can see the answer.
Right, so anything that a Caucasian does, I'm going to put the onus on you.
There are many Caucasian Muslims, you know that.
Hold on, sorry.
Kosovo.
Sorry, what nation are you from?
What nation am I from?
Yes, what nation are you from? Simple question.
You mean my nationality?
Yes.
Okay, be straight, I'm a New Zealander.
Yes, New Zealander. Okay, so whatever they did against the Maori yesterday, today or tomorrow.
This is what
Let me finish.
Here is the...
Let me finish.
You're widening.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Yes. So whatever New Zealand's did, I then put it on your back.
No, we had no book.
No, this is the point, because you said your caliphate.
Well,
as in Baghdadi and ISIS.
Okay, you disagreed with it then.
Why are you saying it's my caliphate?
Okay, you disagreed with it.
What? Is it obvious? Light bulb moment. So whatever Caucasians do, I put on you.
That's good. Okay, that's good.
I put on you. What you're doing, thank you. What you're doing is coming with some preconceived, ridiculous notions.
No, that's not true.
Yes.
That's not
true. Please, sir. I don't need a Nazi salute.
Oh,
you see, that's my point. Because you're Caucasian.
You're a comedian.
No, because you're Caucasian and Hitler was. Do you get my point? Do you put the dots together now?
Okay, you're only talking to me, not a crowd of people here.
No, I'm talking to you, sir.
Yes, and you're making ridiculous things.
That's my point. Thank you.
What did I say that's ridiculous?
Your caliphate.
I take offense to that.
No, you're not. I take offense to that.
Because do you know why?
I take offense to that. I tell you why. I tell you why. I tell you why, sir.
I said it.
I tell you why, sir.
You're not interested.
I tell you why, sir.
Okay, you're not interested.
I tell you why, sir.
Fair enough.
I tell you why, sir.
You're not interested.
What they've done, besides from killing and maiming.
This is what I was telling you just now.
Let me finish. What they've done in terms of killing and maiming humans.
Exactly, the Yazidis.
Let alone the majority of the humans they killed were Muslims. The majority were Muslims. Let me finish. And one of the results of that is Islamophobia and people like you.
No such thing.
And people like you. And people like you approaching me saying you're caliphate.
Yeah, that's very
I'm getting their blowback from you because of them.
Put your voice down.
How dare you?
I dare, because I began by saying Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi knew this every single ayah.
Yes.
And it gave him license
to
do what?
Did it?
Well, why did you do it then?
Let me tell you this. Tony Blair was a lawyer, a barrister.
A liar.
And he was a political party leader.
And he did it with no book behind it. No book.
And he was the prime minister.
Don't do that.
I'm pointing it up. And he was the prime minister.
Okay.
And let me finish. He utilized the free, liberal, parliamentary, democratic system and apparatus of this nation, which is, by the way, my nation, my nation, hold on, to invade a sovereign state, regardless of if it was a dictatorship or not, and the result of that was 1 million Iraqis dying.
That is ridiculous.
Did he truly operate within the democratic values of this nation
of course he did.
to commit mass murder?
Of course he did, and he's deeply reviled for it. Deeply reviled.
Did he legitimately do it? That is legitimately.
No, apparently not.
Work within the
Apparently
values.
not. And anyway,
Work
we're
within
now
the
talking
values.
about my system, not
Okay.
You've
So
taken
what I've
it a
shown,
very long way away.
no, sir.
Yes,
What
you
I've
have.
shown is this.
You begin by
It's paramount.
giving away this.
It's
you
paramount.
end up by
It's
abusing my
paramount.
system.
It's paramount. What I've shown is, again, is people can jump on the bandwagon of freedom and liberalism and
Which is what you're
democracy
doing, which is what you're
and
doing.
utilize it to instigate mass
Are
murder.
you reading something here?
Okay?
Is this
This
coming
is
from
what
you, or
I'm
you're
showing.
reading this?
This is what I'm showing.
You've said it before.
This is what I'm showing. Okay? Now, when you say ISIS and Baghdadi
Yes.
is my caliphate, I take offense to that.
You've told me that
I
100 times.
truly take offense to
and
that.
I've given you the reason I said that.
Well, I think I've defeated your reason.
Well,
Because
of course
you're
you do.
white,
Of course you
because
do.
you're a Caucasian man,
So you're closeting me.
and Hitler was a Caucasian, you're a Nazi.
Absolute garbage, isn't it?
Because you're from New
Don't you
Zealand,
understand that?
talk to me. Talk to me.
Total
Talk to me.
garbage.
Because,
No, I'm from here,
because
actually.
you're from New Zealand.
No, I'm not from New Zealand. I'm from here.
What do you mean? You said you're from New Zealand earlier.
Yeah, you're
Nationality.
typecasting me, aren't
You said you were from New Zealand.
I didn't. I said my nationality.
Oh, your nationality.
Please listen and instead of
Doesn't
shouting at
matter.
me.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Because you're New.
Then the debate is over.
Because you're New
If
Zealander.
what I say doesn't matter.
Because you're New Zealander.
just
I
shouting
tell
at
you
me.
why. Because you're New Zealander.
Can I say
Yeah,
something?
give him
Because
some
you.
guidance, please.
Because.
Can I say something?
Because you're New
Please give him some
Zealander.
guidance.
Because you're a New Zealander. Everything that they've done in New Zealand towards the Maoris, the genocide.
What about this?
The rape.
You start by giving away this.
Forcing
We're talking
them,
about New Zealand
forcing
now.
them off their
Garbage.
land, forcing them off their land, forcing them off their
Absolute
land,
garbage.
forcing them off their land,
Did I do that?
killing them.
Did I do that?
You're a New Zealander.
You're giving this away.
That's
You
your.
are giving
That's
this
your
away.
liberal caliphate.
Absolute
That's
nonsense.
your liberal
Why
caliphate.
is he twisting the
By
words?
the way, do you follow a particular faith yourself?
I've answered his question before.
Yeah, but do you, I just came. Do you follow a particular
We
faith?
were listening. I have
My
no-
caliphate.
You have no faith.
I'm free of belief.
So you
My
don't believe
caliphate.
Are you atheist yourself?
I don't like labels. Don't label me.
So,
I have no belief.
You're a bigot.
I'm not a bigot.
You're
I'm
a
challenging
bigot.
you on why you are giving this away.
Challenge
And
your
you
own
still
mind.
Gave me no answer.
You're a
by the way-
bigot.
You still gave
How can
me
you say
no answer.
Baghdad?
By the way, what's
Leave.
that?
The more you touch it, the more upset I
can I
get.
please
I said, why is he giving this away? And he said, because it's the truth. Now I took offense at that.
Why?
We believe it's the truth.
your truth.
Am I putting a knife to your neck?
You might if I,
Am I-
if I
am
stay
I-
here
am I
much
putting
longer.
you a knife to
You're
your
getting
neck?
quite heated.
By the way, brother, just a minute. Can I say something? Listen.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
We
arrogance.
believe.
It's not arrogance
Yeah,
at
but
all.
by the way,
Arrogance.
brother, just calm down. We believe it's the truth. And Islam.
Good for you.
One second.
I have
One
no
second.
debate.
And Islam is a recognized religion.
Bin Laden, Baghdadi.
And we are entitled to practice our faith.
Like his ancestry and people are
I know this.
pure.
I
And
know
we are
this.
entitled to distribute this.
Right.
And we are entitled as well to convince people to accept this. And we are as well people as well are entitled to accept Islam.
Okay.
Now,
One question.
if you have issue with this, you need to discuss this somewhere else. If you have issue with this.
You don't like me arguing with your
No,
acolyte here.
listen, I'm here. I'm just saying to you.
Philistine.
I see.
Please, look, brother,
Philistine.
brother.
Come on,
brother.
You're a Philistine.
Idris,
Intolerant,
brother
violent.
Idris.
You really are.
Idris.
You really are
Intolerant,
bigoted Philistine.
Violence
Okay.
and death.
You
Okay.
equate me to mass murder and genocide?
I equate this book.
Okay.
No, you said
That's
me.
why I said,
You
why
said
are you
you're
giving it away?
All right.
That's why I
Okay.
began.
All right.
Giving it away.
Okay.
Seriously.
So,
Yes, please go ahead.
all right. So here, do you have issues with us as Muslims?
I have one issue. Yes.
So you don't like Muslims? You don't like Muslims?
I don't like the fact. I don't like the fact that you are intolerant. If I came to wherever your origin country is, probably you were born in Britain, but where's your origin country?
What's the problem with that?
Could I stand on the street handing out Bibles in Lahore?
I'm not from Pakistan. I am from Jordan.
All right,
we
Amman.
we have a Christian people in
Could I
Jordan.
stand in the street
Yeah, they do this. Yeah, the Christian they do this. Yeah, they do this.
without being shot down?
Without being shot down, yeah. The Christian in my country,
doubt
the
that.
Christian in my country, they in my country we have 2% of Christian. They lived there for centuries. They were safe on their churches. They were practicing their faith
for the last 1400 years under the one second. No. Under the protection of Islam, as well. Christian in Egypt, the same thing. Christian in all around the world. They were, in many Muslim countries. I'm talking about many Muslim countries. Now, what happened to them? They were entitled to practice their faith. They are entitled to print their Bible. They are entitled to even to discuss their Bible. It's total up to them. No one prevented them from doing so, and that's the fact there. Now, that's not my question here.
What's your latest
my question? My question is: do you have any issues with the Muslims as a person?
Well, that's one I just told you. If I went to Lahore or Rawalpindi or somewhere,
you need to discuss. You need to discuss this with the Parliament in Lahore or Rawalpindi or in Pakistan Parliament. That's the thing you need to discuss it with them.
You know, not I couldn't get in.
I'm not Pakistani. I'm not Pakistani. I myself. And I'm proud as well. By the way, I'm from Jordan. Yeah,
yes,
and as well, I'm proud with my Pakistani friends. I'm proud of them. That's a side point for me. Now, when you go to a country, you need to discuss this with the law of the country.
Sure,
that's why, according to us, we obey the law of the land, and we are law-abiding people, and we are doing this within our capacity. We are entitled by law, and you cannot dictate us to tell us to distribute or not to distribute in this country or anywhere else. You need to discuss this in the Parliament.
I'm asking why.
By the way, you are a New Zealander. Why do you discuss a British matter? We are British. What's your problem?
Born here.
So it doesn't. Do you have a British passport?
I do.
Okay. Then you
but
vote.
I'm also a New Zealander.
Okay. Then you need to discuss. You need to discuss this in the Parliament. You need to vote.
Let me go back. I began by asking why this has been given away. The last thing your colleague here said was abusing our political system here. And yet you just praised it.
I did. By the way, we are entitled. We are entitled again. But
what were you talking about? Tony Blair and the discussions in that house.
Yeah, he said. So, by the way,
what are you saying?
By the way. Okay, but brother, just be quiet, brother. Just quiet.
Not
now,
at all.
Listen. We are entitled by law to do this. Do you have issues with this?
When there are people like this, yeah.
No, not like this. We are entitled. Okay, you need to go. There are. No, one second, brother. There are channels here to go to complain. You go to this channel and do your complaint.
No, it doesn't offend me at all. It doesn't offend me at all.
Then be quiet.
I'm interested to hear what you have to say.
We told you because we are entitled to do so, and we are doing this by the law, and legally we are doing it. Islam is a recognized religion in this country.
I do know that.
And we are entitled to practice our faith. If you have issues with this, you have Islamophobe. If you don't have issues with this, then you are not. Part of our faith, we are entitled to distribute the Quran. Part of our faith, we are entitled to invite people to Islam and calling people to Islam. And we are calling you to Islam. It's up to you. If you joke, whether you like it or not, we are entitled to do that.
You're telling me what I already know. That's why.
Okay, then that's fine. So what's your problem?
There would be the police here if you couldn't do this.
Okay.
I know that's legal.
Yeah. Okay. Then what's your problem with this?
In most Muslim majority countries, you couldn't do it.
Okay. That's again going back to the point.
Intolerance.
Okay.
Leading to violence, leading to death.
Okay. This is what we call it. This is generalizing. If you generalize things.
No, it's called extrapolating.
But that's a lie. That's considered to be a lie, by the way.
Extrapolating.
Going back. So going back. That's a lie. So that's why you should be.
Extrapolating.
We say. Listen, I will tell you something. Yeah.
You're telling me things that I already know.
We generally, as Muslims, we were told to respect the elders. Yeah. As long as they respect themselves. Right. So I am urging you to respect your age. Yeah. And not to spread lies. So going back to the point, in many Muslim countries, Christian are practicing their faith, and there is tolerance and coexist in many Muslim countries, and that's how you're Moroccan, yeah. This brother from Morocco. There are Christian in Morocco. There are Jews in Morocco. When the Jews, by the way, when they were under the threat by the Christian, like yourselves and others, yeah, like your ancestors. But when they were under the threat by the Christian in Spain, they flee to where? To the Muslims, and they stayed in Morocco for all these years. So they stayed there because of the tolerance and not just that. Even you'll read the Islamic history, you'll find even some Jews and Christians, they became even prime minister in an Islamic state. These things happen.
This is a lecture.
I'm lecturing you. And that's why you are a student, and that's why I'm teaching you.
I'm learning nothing.
Okay, that's fine. Because some students are sharp to pick, and some students they have issues. So what is it? So you're gonna fail your GCSE.
The peninsula of Arabia used to be Jewish.
No.
Until this man was born.
Nonsense. Nonsense.
Where did they all go?
Okay. If again you have issues.
From Iraq, where did they go?
Okay. Do you know you have issues? You have issues not just with Islam.
No,
you have issues with history. Have you studied history?
I have.
Where? What was the religion of the Arab Peninsula?
Animist, pagan, Bedouin.
Before the pagan.
Well, Jewish.
No.
Christian.
Jews. It's only came in recently. That's why you have seriously. You have serious. By the way. That's why you have serious problems even with history. So let me educate you. Let me educate you. Since you don't know, let me educate. So if you don't want to be educated, then go in peace.
No, I'm listening with you, but it's not education.
Okay, I'm educating you here. So if you wanted to stay here to be educated,
arrogance.
Yeah. You have sometimes with people like you.
To his first answer to my question.
Yeah.
Arrogance.
Yeah, okay. Up to you, whatever I'm saying to you, I'm here to educate you. If you don't want, one second, brother. If you don't want to be educated, that's totally up to you. We are here to educate people about Islam and history as well.
I'm hearing
and history as well. So Abraham, peace be upon him, and his descendants used to be monotheists. Yeah. You know what means monotheists? Used to be monotheists.
You know that I know.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if you know, because apparently you don't know many things. So anyway, so they were monotheists, and his own offspring, the offspring of Ishmael, and the Arabs, they used to be monotheists for quite some time.
Then later on, no historical proof
okay.
of this.
Then that's because you have lack of understanding of history, lack of education.
You're telling me a religious
story. May I ask you,
story.
what was your degree? What degree you finished? Yeah, can you tell me?
If you give me a link, why you're asking me that question?
No, I just wanted to know what was the degree, because apparently your understanding. Have you finished GCSE?
Is it curiosity?
Yeah, just out of
curiosity. Abuse me.
Have you finished GCSE? Just out of curiosity. Have you finished GCSE? Have you finished GCSE?
I have a doctorate.
You have doctorate. You have doctorate. In which
Why
field?
Are you
and I have
asking
doctorate, by the way. In which field you are doctorate?
Education.
Education. You are educating people like this?
You're an
what kind of education?
I'm not teaching.
Is
I'm not a teacher.
Have you finished education?
Arrogance.
Look at this. If this is, that's why I think, that's why the education went down. If people like you there.
Educate yourself.
One second.
Doctor.
So, I don't think you're a doctor.
I was joking. I don't have a doctor.
I know you have nothing. I know that. I doubt
you
that.
Didn't, because you
listen. That's why I'm just wanted to humiliate what you said, by the way.
No,
so that's why.
No, you can't humiliate.
So, by the way, have you finished GCSE?
There are limits.
Have you finished GCSE? Have you finished even year 10? Have you finished even year 10?
Insulting.
Have you finished GCSE?
Intolerant.
Yeah, okay. Have you finished
soon
GCSE?
will lead to violence.
Okay, that's what you are doing to us.
No, not at all.
You are intolerant.
You ask me if I'm
asking you because someone, because someone who I'm speaking to you in a clear English language, and yet you showed that you have lack of understanding. That's a problem. So when I asked you the question, have you studied any history? You don't know. And then you...
No, that's not true. You're twisting my words.
Okay. Have you studied history of the Arab Peninsula?
I know enough about...
Not you know enough. Have you studied it? I'm not talking about what you know. I don't care what you know.
I don't
have you studied it? No. Have you studied it?
You have.
I have studied it. I have studied it. You know what means difference? You need to study something to understand it. To know something, we know many things. I know about the trees. I know about the sky. Okay. It doesn't mean I know it.
To the point.
Yeah. Have you studied it?
I've read.
Okay. Then I encourage you. Go and study, and learn and come back. Go on. So go and study. Life is full of amazing things. And the best thing in this life.
You know more than me.
Yes, about the history. Yes. About in the Arab Peninsula.
About religious history.
The Arab Peninsula I know more than you. So that's why I'm encouraging you. I can't just waste the time.
Abraham?
No, I'm talking to you about the history. You said you just assumed. You said the Jews were there, and then you don't know. That's what you don't know. So that's what I'm saying to you.
They were there long before this book was written.
Yeah, the Jews were before. Yes, I agree.
Where are they now?
Who?
The same Jews.
Which same Jews?
Who used to live in the
who became Muslims? They became Muslims.
No.
Yes, they became.
You know that's not true.
Yeah, I know that's not true. That's why you didn't study. If you don't study, then go and
They
learn.
were slaughtered.
No.
The first violence.
If they were slaughtered,
Yeah.
why they run with Muslims to the Muslim land?
There are no Jews.
Why they run from Spain to Morocco and
100 or so
Tunisia?
years later.
Why?
100 years
Why
later.
they run?
100 years later.
Why they run? And from whom they run? From who?
It's not even 100 years.
No.
It's 700 years
Yeah,
later.
yeah. From who they run
700
and where?
years later.
Said, from who they run?
So we've got deviation.
From whom they run at that time?
You told me just
and
now.
why they run?
You told me just now.
So you know why they run?
Yes, I know.
From
why.
who? From your ancestors.
We're talking about the
From your
Arabian
ancestors.
Peninsula, right?
No, I'm talking about
very clever
yeah.
Where are the Jews?
So the point is.
You know.
Yeah, I know.
Killed.
No.
The Battle of Badr, right?
Battle of Badr wasn't between the Jews. That's why you go and learn. You're so naive.
It's not
You
naive.
are so naive.
It's a
Now you
different
say
understanding.
Badr was between the Jews and the Muslims. You don't know. That's why go and learn. Go and learn.
Now you're shouting too.
Go and learn. I'm telling you, just go and learn.
Now you're shouting.
Well, we are just here, you're just wasting our time. Go in peace.
This is wasting time as well.
Okay, that's your opinion. Just go in peace.
Listen.
God told us in the Quran. God told us in the Quran. وَإِذَا خَطَبَهُمُ الْجَاهِلُونَ قَالُوا سَلَامًا. And if the ignorant spoke to them, they will say peace. I will say to you peace. You are an ignorant person. Peace be to you. Go in peace.
Arrogance, abuse, intolerance, and where does that lead? Ask
Peace.
yourself.
Peace.
Ask yourself.
Go in peace. Don't don't destroy the camera.
Go away. You're making us think.
Yes. Go in peace. Go in peace.
Well, I hope somebody got what I said.
Yeah, you'll be.
There you go. You'll be recorded.
Where's your friend?
It doesn't matter. You see here, that shows, by the way, if we Muslims, if we don't learn about our own history, someone like this will come and attacks us in our own history, because we have to learn our history, my brothers and sisters. We have to understand what the history tells us, and that's part of it. So an ignorant person with his arrogance, and yet he comes here to tell us about our own history. Allah al-Musta'an. Anyway, Jazakumullah khair all. May Allah bless you all and increase us all in knowledge and iman. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.